Hello, hello. Hi, Kayla.
Hi.
Happy
Halloween.
All Hallows Day. Got so many names for it. But we are excited to be here
So
today,
excited.
tonight. Um, Detox has been on our minds. You guys, if you've been following me, coming live with me every week with my holistic focus, you already know that that's where it's at, the all natural point of view. But you may not have met one of the amazing members of our team, which is like, man, we have a whole story of how we met and re-met and all of that. But I just wanted to introduce you all to one of my certified veterinary assistants, Kayla
Hi,
Burns.
everybody. I'm always happy to be here. I have a big passion in this industry. I have an important job. I'm a certified vet assistant. So, I'm always focused on making sure everybody's safe, stress free, and really passionate about digging more into the research of holistic approaches, not only for myself. If anybody has followed me as well, I am also detoxing myself, and it's working. My body's naturally losing weight and all kinds of things, and it's pretty remarkable. So today we're going to talk about that a little bit of how that's important for pets and how the how we can get pets back to this more holistic side of things so their body can naturally do what they're supposed to. And I can't wait. So
I know this is amazing. Like we always talk about detox, and it can really seem like it's just a human thing. Like it's strictly for humans, but our little furry ones, and maybe even our not so furry ones, are part of the family now, and that's what we always stress here at Dr. Crew Mobile Vet Service with the various services that we have. Like we know it's a part of the family, so we always have that compassion. And when Kayla and I are together doing our virtual visits and our telemedicine visits with our clients, they just love it. They just love us. We're a wonderful team. So welcome to you, Kayla. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Our topic tonight is one that is really on the cusp of everyone's thoughts. And again, that is detoxing from all the things that are going on in the world here, all the things that have that affect us as humans. So you got a question. I think you had a question that you wanted to ask the community out there.
yeah, how many people have actually tried detox themselves? Have you noticed any changes? Put that in the comments. Let us know if you've experienced that, or even if you or and your pet has experienced something like that. Go ahead and put that in the comments as well, and let us know what your experiences have been.
That's right. Your experience and your knowledge. We come across people all the time who are in the medical profession themselves, and still they want to get our specific pet related detox information because, the animals, they are different. There are a lot of ways that their bodies take it in these various toxins even much more easily than we do. It's almost like, a baby, a young child or something, their little fresh skin is like absorbing all the bad things. And our pets are just like that with their body's surface area and just vulnerable parts of their body. They're very low to the ground, and they're smelling all the smells and just taking it all in. So it could be really tough. Again, Kayla was asking about anyone who has done a detox on their own. I know
Mhm.
I've done detoxes in the past where, just trying to cleanse myself out with all of the toxins and pollutions that are in the world. Um, and Kayla, too, as she said, has a really, really strong love of holistic medicine and specifically detoxing. Um, Kayla, can you tell us just a little bit about, what you're doing and maybe some of the experiences that you've had or things that you've noticed so far with that detox, if any?
Yeah. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier about how I've naturally just been losing weight. I'm not really somebody that exercises. I definitely need to start exercising. It would probably, put the pedal to the floor a little bit on that. But my body, since I have detox, and when I say detox, I've taken certain things that focus on the cells in general, focus on all the cells throughout my body, and also it focuses on my digestive health. Because as you know, even just some digestive health could substantially help allergy related symptoms. And as you know, our dogs are outside, you know, they're getting the air exposure, and who knows like what we're breathing in, what they're breathing in. My dog personally, Sasha, she has terrible environmental allergies, and I know it's environmental because it's always when the season changes when she has flare-ups. And you know, it just may be something that's outside that's triggering that. And maybe if we were able to remove that certain toxin or something that's triggering that in her body, not making any promises, but you know, if we were able to at least approach that, we could potentially save her from those seasonal up and down allergies that are so hindering on her ears and her skin and hair loss and all the things. So it's doing amazing things for me. And we have similar anatomy as far as we're animals too. So I have no doubt that that would definitely help as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely an animal. We are. Um, you're exactly right, though, Kayla. You were mentioning before that the pets, they're low down to the ground, they're having outdoor adventures, they're also licking a lot of things and
Yes.
licking their paws. We already know, like, cats are licking all the time, but a lot of times our dogs too will be licking after having gone outside. We know
Or sticking their
there's,
paws in their ears after
yep,
putting their paws on the ground.
yep. And that's how the ear stuff starts and the whole allergy like just blows up. And it can be so difficult to know what's causing this, when you go to your vet's office, it could be from any of these things. They could have licked the toxin, antifreeze or something like that off of the garage floor, or even just the concrete outside with the various oils and toxins. And they bring them on into the home and then they're just like, lick, 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 definitely builds up over time, those toxins. And one final place that pet parents may not even think about as far as toxins is unfortunately preservatives in the food.
Those
Preservatives
two.
in the food, like there's so much, especially with kibble, but not all kibble. We're definitely never one to beat down a whole industry, of food or a way for animals to get sustenance. But we do know that some kibble can be, it's heated, it's dried out, and a lot of the natural nutrients that may have been in there could be leached out a little bit. But nutrients can be re-added back in, and then that's where like the
Absolutely.
preservatives come into play. Like
Hmm.
it is what it is. But we are not limited to that. Like we more and more pet parents are going in the holistic direction and have learned more about raw feeding, adding organ meats, eggs, different, poultry, all of those kind of things, but they still have a lot of questions. So we've got answers as always. I
Especially in
have
our free community.
Oh, I love you, Kayla, especially in our free community. We do have a free community. We have a free community. Yeah, we can't just mention it and then not say it, Kayla. Um, we created a place where, even though I know we're streaming on the good old FB right now, Facebook, we've been around for a long time and people know where to go. We created a community that's, off of there. So it's, separate, in a place where holistic pet parents as well as future veterinarians can go to have access to me and Kayla and our holistic team. You can ask questions, you can post just like on any other platform. But the main difference is, again, you have access to a veterinary team as well as each other as pet parents. You have a lot of experiences yourself. You can bring them right to the table. If somebody has a question about something, you may have had an experience with it. So that online community is our school. And here is the link for you guys. Definitely grab it and join us and share it with your pet owning friends as well. One thing I was just saying was that um, the foods, the preservatives in the food can be really dreadful. And so I've created a resource for you guys using AI because hey, like we're not about to get left behind here. AI is definitely the wave of the future. You still got us as human beings, flesh. We've got all this knowledge here, but what we can do is share that knowledge inside of a GPT. So if you're not familiar, you probably all have a free chat GPT by now, I'm sure. So all you need is a free chat GPT account to take advantage of my raw feeding GPT. So if you go to this link here, it will take you right to essentially chat GPT, but it's a subset of that where I actually created it with my own veterinary brain and our holistic experience from the team so that when you put your question in, it's like it's coming directly from me. It's directly coming from me, our team, our knowledge, our tone, our compassion. So check out the link there for any of your questions, even specific breed questions. So if you were to go in and say, I have a Chihuahua who, has had chronic skin problems, and I want to start her off on a simple regimen of raw feed. Like, how should I start that? Put that right into the chat. It will give you exactly what you would need as if it were coming right from me and my team. Okay, so use that link there, and we'll continue with what we're talking about and how toxins affect the pets. Now, Kayla, I know that you as a certified veterinary assistant know a lot about the pet's body and like how things are taken in and put out. Tell us a little bit about how toxins can really like affect, any age, but especially senior pets too.
Yeah. So if you think about when they're a puppy, they're new and fresh and they have their coat, it's a soft and, they have this cute little warm pink skin. But as they age and as we age too, and I keep comparing us to because it's very similar. Because you're with yourself all the time, so like how things affect you as well, but these are also affecting your pet, and they sometimes don't show symptoms. Oftentimes it's till it's too late. So it's really amazing, even though, for especially when they become in their senior years, I feel like if they were supplemented in their early years, they may not have as many chronic illnesses, heart related issues, again, hair loss, allergy issues that may not be as harsh in their senior years if they were supplemented even earlier. However, as far as like, say you have a senior dog now, and this is the first time you're seeing this video or even hearing about any such thing as a detox, this could, turn around a senior dog that could potentially have trouble walking. Again, has the itchy, dry, flaky skin. This could have been an immune, linked to an immune thing, and you wouldn't know until you do the, like you take one thing out and you're trying this, and that you're getting down to what's actually going on with your pet. But I think it's for all ages. I think it's for, you should start your dog on any herb, anytime for any ailment. And Dr. Krim talks about a lot how it doesn't combat with other things as well because of it's on the holistic side. So, a detox is just, I can't say enough about it. I can't say enough about what it's doing for me as well. And I wish I would have known about it before now. I wish I would have had a video like this for myself to say, hey, your whole family needs a detox. Your kids,
Yeah.
your dogs, anybody.
That's true. That's true. It's like hindsight is 2020. We're learning this now, and if you do happen to have a new puppy or kitten or goat or whatever, now you can always start right now. Come on into the community we mentioned earlier. It's our free community for future vets and holistic pet parents. Really big our focus on future vets. You hear us talk about that a lot, and future vets out there that are watching, those of you who are in school or planning to go into school and go into the veterinary direction, please know how important detox is for your knowledge base. You want to make sure that you understand how detoxing the pet's body is not only strictly holistic, it also can be integrated into a totally integrative type of veterinary specialty. So that means that you still do have there still is a place for traditional medicines when it's needed, steroids, antibiotics, those kind of things. That's,
Absolutely.
technology, that's revelations that were made, decades ago, that we're not going to just leave by the wayside. Those things work great sometimes. But, then you bring in the detox herb right here that I've created, that is a mixture of herbs for the liver and to build up the immune system. You may be familiar with moringa. Moringa powder has a really high level of antioxidants and just it's just going to boost the immune system. Jade screen 8 immune booster. So we'll talk a little bit more about that detox herb here in a minute. But thank you, Kayla, for going through like how it can affect pets and with their skin and scratching and things like that. Um, Future vets, you must know how to be able to talk to your pet parents about this topic, giving them the real, letting them know, and realizing that sometimes pet parents aren't going to always, I will say, believe or may not be focused on the holistic side. They may want strictly traditional, and you've got to learn as a veterinary professional to respect that. Continue
Hmm.
to still give that high level of compassion,
Yep.
and not be pushy about pushing your thoughts onto
Yep.
others. I'll give you a good example. Kayla, this is something we've giggled about before, which was the whole 5G phenomenon, right? And
Yep.
how like we know that the 5G towers, right, are out there. And here in our community, both Kayla and I saw it where they first tried to sneak that 5G tower in here in Portage, right down the street. It looked like a big old fir tree. Like it was just so tall. It was like taller than all the other fir trees in the
It doesn't
neighborhood.
look real
It was
at
just
all.
skinny. It didn't lose one leaf. And so the 5G is real. We know that we all love our technology, and oh, my Wi-Fi is slow, and like all these things that I admit to, okay? But it can affect our body, and it does affect our body. We know Wi-Fi, can affect our bodies as well. And so we know that some of those things are unavoidable. Like unless you're going to move to a place, and there are places. I actually have a good friend who was able to move to a place, a state with a certain city where there's a radius of no like electric stuff. Like the phones, you leave them outside of the community. And I definitely want to go visit her someday. I mean, she feels so much better when she goes in there. Like she's like, oh, like when she then she used to pop out to like send me a text like, I'm out here in the great wild, like I'm getting, So
Well,
trust
that's
me,
stress. The stress will hinder the immune system just on top of that too, and we get
yeah.
herb for that too. That's for another day, though.
Oh my God, Kayla is like a top entrepreneur. That's why we get along so well. And we're really working to build this company up so that we can provide and continue to provide great holistic services for you, as well as training the next generation of vets. So, future vets, make sure you listen up to what all this detox stuff is all about so that you can be ready to share this knowledge. You don't have to be a veterinarian to share this knowledge, future vets. The people in your family and the people that you know probably already come to you. They probably already do. I know that's how it was when I was like a pre-vet. Oh, you're a pre-vet? Oh, my cat. And just immediately start talking about their cat and what's going on. And now
Yep.
you can add detox knowledge of that to your arsenal. And you even have a place that you can send them the free community as well as to our herb. So that's fantastic. Future vets, be ready for that. Um, and then Kayla, I know we had talked about how detoxing can also improve some other things. You being a vet assistant and everything like that, I know you know some deeper details about, the pets specifically. Do you remember?
Um,
And if not, that's okay because I'm looking right at it. I'll actually just mention it.
yep.
You had mentioned earlier about how, and you may have even mentioned it here about how it can really how holistic medicine in general, but also a nice detox can improve the recovery time of your pet. So you never know when they may have to go in
Yes.
for a surgical procedure or, something,
Yes.
or just the change of the seasons and changing their immune system. You want to make sure that these herbs and these other holistic modalities can really decrease the recovery time and increase the quality of life overall. So Kayla mentioned, really doesn't matter if you're young or you're old as far as a pet. You can do preventative measures in the younger ones, and for the senior pets you can definitely still provide these herbs that we have, which can really bring their immune system back up. So okay, so we got a couple of questions for you, and feel free to put your answers in the chat if you have tried these various like ways to detox. Kayla, did you have a certain question
Yeah.
about what you have done?
Yep. Have any of you added any leafy greens or herbal teas, or anything like that in your pet's diet? Mix it right into their food. And then if you have, what's your biggest concern about detoxing your pet? If you have or you haven't, what is some of the symptoms or things that you've noticed if you have done those things?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And some of those questions that have come up, Kayla, have been like what we mentioned about the senior pets. And, you know, sometimes with a detox, we think about that period after we start where our body can like break out or like, have a reaction, or if it's like a parasitic cleanse, like the parasites are now they're dying. And so they're releasing toxins and things like that. So that can be more wreak more hazard on the body, wreak more
Yes.
havoc on the body of a senior pet, too. So that's a question that comes up too. Like, okay, is this detox safe for my senior pet? And absolutely, because like Kayla mentioned earlier, the herbs that are a part of our detox herb are boosting the immune system as well. So it's not like we're just knocking out the toxins and leaving the like aftershocks behind. We're building up with the jade screen 8 and the moringa, and that's how we help to reduce the shock, of a detox in your pet. Okay. All right. So we've talked about, what detoxing is, how it's similar and different to humans. We know our pets are much more vulnerable, and we want to make sure that you are fully educated on what that means. Knowing what the hazards are, being able to prepare for them. It's kind of like baby proofing your home a little bit, like,
Much.
um, like closing, strapping the closets closed, and making sure that that you're cleaning up after yourself and just being vigilant, because our pets are down there and they're able to move around and get get into some problematic situations. Remember, we do have that free online communication community for
It's free communication. You're right.
communication. That's what we do there. That's what we do. We actually even just had a really nice session last night for our interns. We do have here's the link for the school. But once you get in that school, if you are of college age and you are in a pre-vet type of a program, pre-vet, it could be animal science, it could be biology, pre-med, like I was back in school, you may be able to apply for a free virtual internship, telemedicine internship with me and my team. Okay. Anybody can join the community though. So grab this link right here. We'd love to see you in here. Parents that want to go in a more holistic direction and want to be in a community of like minded pet parents, as well as being in a community with interns who are future veterinarians who want to share their knowledge with you as well. So definitely get this link for you yourself, any pet parents that are in your life, and um yeah, like let's get this detox on. Detox yourself and detox your pet. Kayla, did you have any last words or calls to
Yeah.
actions? We
I
have.
do actually.
Oh, what's up?
um,
What's
so,
up?
if you want to save a little bit of money and get your pause on these herbs, we just got Dr. Kroom's TikTok shop up and running. So you're going to be seeing this one on her TikTok shop, and it's about $15 cheaper on there. So go ahead and check that out. Make sure you tell your friends about going to follow Dr. Kroom as well on the TikTok shop, and support us on there as well. So yeah, we'll be putting more videos on there as well. So we'll be putting some fun and quirky. Hopefully we can put some of Dr. Kroom's quirkiness or our quirkiness in the car on there soon too, because we have a lot of fun, guys. We really do. We have a lot of fun. We're just big old dorks over here that's really passionate about pets. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this detox. I think this is going to be fantastic.
Yes, it is. All right, go the way of the detox. And please join me again next Thursday where we're going to go over another holistic topic and get you in the know. Come on into our free online community using this link. We can't wait to see you there and see you next week. Bye, you guys.
Bye.